Hey, happy day. Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here. How do you supersize your business by the skin of your teeth? Or how can you use the expression by the skin of your teeth to grow and build the business that you've always wanted? Now, a lot of people are running around today and tomorrow and this time of year getting ready for the holiday celebrations, at least here in the United States. By the skin of your teeth actually dates back to the Bible, became really popular in the early 1800s. And when you wake up in the morning, you've got that little film on your teeth before you brush your teeth. That's called the skin on your teeth. Now, it's a really, really thin layer, right? And it means that there's an extremely narrow margin, or just barely, or with practically no room to spare, that you're doing something. So how does this apply to our businesses, and how can we use this to help us grow and build our business? Well, one way is to always meet our deadlines, always meet our commitments, always do what we say we're going to do. Under promise, over deliver. And we are, as business owners, 100% in charge of our commitments and our deadlines to the people that we serve, to our customers. So we might complain and whine and believe that we have to follow the competition, but we get to set our businesses up for our own success, and that means serving our customers in a way that honors them by meeting our commitments, and not by a narrow margin, not by nearly missing, but by serving them the way we say we're going to serve them. I think of this expression when I was back in corporate America. We had safety measures. I worked in manufacturing, so we were always very cognizant of safety, because if someone got hurt, we actually had a fatality at one of the companies I worked for early on in my career. Manufacturing equipment, especially on a large scale, can be very, very dangerous. It's automated and very dangerous. So there's safety guidelines and safety rules that are in place to keep employees safe. And sometimes human beings like to cut corners and, by an extremely narrow margin, risk things like their fingers. So we had, not only do we measure safety incidents at that particular plant, which I'm not going to name, but we also recorded and kept track of near-miss incidents where somebody could have been hurt but they weren't, but it was so close that we want to make sure that we're sharing that information with other people so that it wouldn't actually become an accident and somebody else would get hurt. So a near-miss is a perfect example of a by the skin of your teeth, narrow margin, missing a calamity or a trauma type incident. Have you ever been driving to work and you left like a couple minutes late only to see a really bad accident, or driving anywhere and see a really bad accident on the way and think to yourself, holy buckets, if I would have left on time, that could have been me, or could have been me and the kids. Have you ever found your keys right in the nick of time so that you wouldn't be late for work, or something like that? Any near miss, close shave is one that reminds me from my personal care days. Close calls. Have you ever made a decision or listened to your intuition at the last second about a vendor, and then you found out that that vendor was not reliable? Or about a business partner, you decided to not go into business with them by a very narrow margin, like at the last minute you decided, nope, not going to be our partner with you, and then come to find out that there was a reason down the road that that was a perfect decision, but you were this close to signing the contracts. Had that happen a lot of times in real estate deals, where we were this close to closing the deal, and then at the last second somebody would say, don't, and then all of a sudden we would find out all kinds of things about that property that were super duper bad and would have cost us tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars. So sometimes, by the skin of our teeth, that very narrow margin works out to our advantage. Other times we feel like it doesn't. I think by the skin of the teeth is a very optimistic, positive expression that means we were saved from something. Like my cough. So again, how do you use this in your business? By always doing what you say you're going to do, by committing to your customers and meeting the deadlines, setting the deadlines up and the promises that you make to add value to your customers so that you can win, so that it's a no-brainer. You're not operating at a very narrow margin. You're giving yourself plenty of time to do what it is that you say you're going to do. That's it. That's all I got today. If I can help you anyway, hit me up in the comments below. Otherwise, I am going to go get ready for the holidays, because I am having a very narrow margin about getting ready and the timelines, because sometimes things take precedence over getting ready for family celebrations. They shouldn't, but they do, right? Because I do still operate at some areas of my life by the skin of my teeth. Have an absolutely amazing day. I'll, of course, be with you tomorrow with another interesting idiom. Where does it come from? How long has it been around? Because something that's been around since the Bible, I guarantee you, it might not be impacting you on a conscious level, but it's definitely impacting the people around you and probably the people that you serve. And so how can you use this to your advantage to grow and build the business that you want? That's what it's all about.